Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul, if Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign. This is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Four of Pentacles. This is power. This is the allocation of your resources, the protecting of your resources. I feel like you're somebody who is good at managing money. I feel like you're somebody who is trying to have more of it. I feel like you're somebody who is, really working on good, solid, steady habits in your life. Routines, but more than routines, like rhythms of life, How do you get into a flow where things seem like they're working? Yeah. I feel like you've always been pretty good at making money, or like, I feel like even when things have been really, really difficult and really challenging, somehow you manage to pull yourself through it, okay? I feel like you have a lot more resources than you realize. Time, effort, energy, money, space. This is the card of the home. This is the card of protecting your resources, locking your doors at night, right? This is a card that's saying you don't always have to be open and available to everybody who needs something. So a real consolidation and a real protection of your energy here. Protection of your resources, time, effort, energy, money, and space. Let's put this into a little bit of context and let's see what is going on with you. There we have a Three of Wands. A Princess of Wands. We have a Adjustment card. We have a Knight of Cups. We have a Five of Pentacles. We have a Knight of Swords, Two of Cups, Four of Wands, 10 of Wands. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like a lot of your hard work is really paying off. Okay. With that Three of Wands, I feel like you're starting to see a lot of the rewards for your efforts. A lot of things are starting to come in now, especially with that Four of Wands too. I feel like you're about to get some very important recognition for your work. Okay. Kind of feels like this is good news. I feel like this is kind of a jackpot. I feel like something that you've been working toward or hoping for, or like something that you really like, something you really need is coming in. I feel like it really is time to celebrate, especially with the Four of Wands, because this is a card of completion. This is the card of saying that you've been working hard at something and you're getting it done. It's finishing. Okay. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right over here with Mr. Tao, the yin-yang duck, right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading, if at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be. Put your prediction in the comments right below the video. Okay. Now, as we look around the room, we only see one major arcana card, and it is the Adjustment card. The Libra energy, the Justice card, the higher wisdom and discernment. This was the choice that you made. Okay. This was you saying that you value something more than something else, and therefore you chose to move forward with it. And I feel like this is kind of like, for a lot of you, this is going to be like karma. I feel like you're finally getting the karmic rewards for how much effort you've put into something, especially with the Four of Pentacles, because this is kind of like you've just been grinding. You've been doing Mars the Sun in Capricorn. You've been doing the same thing. You've been working so hard for it, to where you've been stacking up the wins. You've been stacking up the effort, the habits, day in, day out. And the Three of Wands, right? Now we have the Sun in Aries. We have this realization that all that effort is paying off. You're starting to see your ships come in. And it feels like a jackpot. It feels like this is the best news that we could possibly have right now, is this confirmation that all of your effort, all of your sacrifices, all of your clip and coupons, all of your daily grind energy is now really working. Okay? Everything is, you're almost at the finish line. That Ten of Wands is telling me that, like, you're very close to this being completely, like celebrating the arrival, okay? Crossing that finish line. We got fire, 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 a little bit of water here and here, a little bit of air, and we have our earth cards, okay? What do we get when we have a 4 and a 5? We get a 9 of Pentacles. And this is really saying that the real win, the real jackpot, is that you're creating such a solid foundation in your life that you can continue reaching for more. In a way, these two cards together kind of telling me that you're creating something that is sort of going to be like autonomous. It's almost like your investments are now starting to earn money on their own without you having to invest more. You know what I mean? And I don't know if this has to do with money. I'm not a financial advisor, obviously. But that's the energy. That's the way I can describe the energy. It's something that you've put in place that now, even if you never put in any more effort, it's going to continue generating whatever it does. Okay? It's kind of like it doesn't really need much other than maybe just a little bit of maintenance. Yeah. So to me, that's kind of the Four of Pentacles. This is a daily grind. This is you working hard at something every day without fail, doing your best every day, and even like protecting your resources and protecting your energy, right? Not letting the energy leak out. This is a boat that has no holes in it, okay? This is a budget that has no holes in it. It's a routine, it's a rhythm, yeah. And of course, our Three of Wands, this is your virtue. This is your vision, okay, for growth, for expansion. This is you being bold and brave and courageous, stepping out into a larger life. And I think you're starting to see that this risk, the decisions that you've made are really starting to come home to roost now. The Adjustment card, right? Your decisions, your higher wisdom and discernment, your valuation of things, right? You're starting to see the karmic effects of those choices. The choice to try, the choice to do it, the choice to do it consistently, the choice to do the right thing even when it was difficult. Three of Wands, right? It's virtue. And virtue is knowing the right thing to do even if everybody disagrees with you. So it really has required a commitment on your part, okay? I think that this is the right allocation of your resources. Your time. You valued your time. You realize that time is one of the most powerful resources that you have, and you're applying your time in the right way. Effort. You realize that your effort, the amount of sweat you put into something, is another very valuable and powerful resource, and you have made very wise decisions about how to allocate that effort. Your energy. Okay, the intensity with which you do your work. Your money, obviously, is a very valuable resource, and it's part of your personal power. And that Three of Wands is you very wisely, with a depth of understanding, knowing how to best use that resource, and of course your space. Okay, giving space to something. You want something to grow, you got to give it space. You got to water it. You got to nurture it. And so this really is a very powerful combination for success for you. And this jackpot, this good news that we're getting today, is a direct result of your choices and your efforts. There's no luck. There's no divine timing really here, right? There is, but it's not showing up in the cards, right? There's no Wheel of Fortune. It's your choices. It's your higher wisdom. I feel like this is your authentic self. Your true self has been guiding your choices. But there's no luck involved. It's perseverance. It's blood, sweat, and tears, right? That Three of Wands. It's the blood, sweat, and tears that you've put in. Now, anybody could bleed, sweat, and cry all day long, right? It's just about where you're directing that energy. It's not about what you're doing. I don't know if this is business, if this is like your art or your spiritual practice. This could be your schoolwork. This could be something about physical fitness. It's the right application of your blood, sweat, and tears. You're not just going to waste your blood, sweat, and tears. You're going to devote them to something meaningful. And that's where this Libra energy really had to make the right choices. Okay. Under the surface, you have a Princess of Wands. There's something inside of you that wants to dance. There's something inside of you that just wants to feel good and like be happy and do a little dance, you know. I feel like there's this energy in you that's also willing to take risks. The Princess of Wands dancing with the tiger, you see. Willing to take risks. Willing to say, you know what, I feel a spark. And I'm going to go, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try. This is that motivation, right? That spark of interest, that little fire that's inside of us that grows if we nurture it. If we give it space, we give it oxygen and fuel, that fire's going to grow. Okay? So this is you being a very courageous, if even a little bit risky kind of person. I think you're somebody that likes to feel inspired. You like to move. I think the last thing you like to do is sit still. I think you like to be in motion. Yeah. This is also, in a way, something that you had to contain in that Four of Pentacles. In your discipline, right? The personal power of the Four of Pentacles, the regulation and management of your resources, time, effort, energy, money, and space. Okay? You had to discipline yourself. You said there's a time for dancing, there's a time for working, there's a time to sleep, there's a time to eat, there's a time to work, there's a time to play, there's a time to study, and I feel like you had to be very regimented with yourself. I feel like you have been. And I feel like now you're getting an opportunity to let the Princess of Wands out, to dance a little bit. So there may be more opportunities for you to continue following your inspiration. If something excites you, give it some space in your life and see how it might grow. Okay. And you're in a position to do that because of this major arcana card, because of this Libra energy. You understand cause and effect. You understand karma. You understand that life is a series of choices about how we allocate our resources. Every moment of life, you're going like this. You're weighing things out. I can have the ice cream, but it's going to cost me, $1.50 at the ice cream shop. I can eat the ice cream, but then it's going to cost me this many calories or whatever, right? I can pay for this, but it'll cost me this. Real-time wisdom and discernment, your ability to sort and sift through life, to identify those things that hold weight, the things that matter to you. What is it that you value? Making choices based on what you value. Okay. Not just on what might be fun. That's kind of our Princess of Wands. It's going to be fun. Yeah, okay. It's going to be fun. I'm not going to let the Princess of Wands drive the car. I'm going to let my higher wisdom and discernment, I'm going to let Spirit drive the car. I'm going to let that higher wisdom drive the car, because you know what? My Princess of Wands wants to do all sorts of stuff. how do I narrow it down? How do I choose which one to do, you know? This is like with me, I have like 1 million books I want to read. I don't have time to read 1 million books. I need something inside of me that can value some subject or some author or something, right? Some genre over another one. I care more about this than this over here, and therefore I'm going to choose this today. And you have to know what those values are for you, you know? And that really shows a deep spiritual awareness that you have. And I feel like this is, I mean, you're doing everything right. You really are. You're committing yourself to those things that matter to you. Even that 10 of Wands, to me, is a very good card. There's discipline there, too. Do we have a lot of discipline here and a lot of love? You know, we have a lot of pleasure. I feel like a lot of good things are coming in. Your efforts are paying off. It feels rewarding. It really, really does. Because you have this. This is the origin of all of this. Your ability to make good decisions is allowing you to follow through with those decisions even when it's difficult. It's allowing you to kind of see the future. It's allowing you to take calculated risks. Okay, you have 2 Libra cards here. Okay, your general energy is a Knight of Swords. That's a Libra energy. And your recent past is this adjustment card. So I feel like in the recent past, you made some sort of a life change. You made a decision. You made a value judgment. You pivoted. You adjusted course a little bit in your life. And maybe you were wondering if that was a good idea. Well, guess what, Scorpio? It was a good idea. It may not have been the easiest choice or the easiest road, but it's paying off. Okay, it really is. You have your Knight of Cups up here. The Knight of Cups is valuing something, pursuing something of value. Okay. In a way, I kind of feel that this is a value quest. This is your desire. You're someone who wants to do something meaningful in life, aren't you? You want to share your gift with the world. You want to share your love with the world. It doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't even have to be creative. You want to pursue the meaningful life. You want to live a life that's worth living, you know. You want to make the gumbo. You want to share the gumbo or the crab curry, right? There's something inside of you that wants to be expressed out into the world. And you're trying to honor that. Okay? Spirit has told you, your spirit, your soul, your authentic self, has been nudging you in your life towards something. And this is you like following that path. You're following the path with heart, as Castaneda would say. You're following the path with heart. And that makes every decision critical, but also kind of easy, you know. Just continue following the path with heart and you'll be all right. When there are challenges and difficulties, when you feel like you're kind of locked in with this discipline and the habit, it's easy because you know it's the right decision. So it takes away that the difficulty or the overwhelm, right, of having so many choices. No, the choices are easy now for you. You're choosing based on the heart. You know what your soul is trying to birth, you know, into the world through you. This card is you taking something that's inside of you and giving it out to the world, making it manifest in some way. It doesn't mean it's like public or anything like this. It just means that you're trying to honor, like the I don't know, that part of your soul, right? You're trying to honor your true nature. You understand a little bit more who you are and kind of why you're here. I feel like you continue to ask those questions. That's part of our Libra energy too. Continuing every day to ask, who am I? Why am I here? Not just asking the question, but listening to the answer. Because this is you embodying that answer. Today, this is who I am and this is why I'm here. And I'm going to honor this. And I'm going to respect this, and I'm going to do my best to sort of transmit this out to the world. You got to listen to your heart. You got to follow your heart. Follow the path with heart. Now, the tarot is always trying to teach you how to be a better magician. And I think sometimes we sort of forget that about the tarot. And we bring it into too much practical, mundane advice. And I'm guilty of that too. We try to remember that the tarot is always trying to teach us how to be a better magician, how to manifest our truest of selves, right, out into the truest of lives, how to manifest our best life and our best self, how to be a magician, how to cause change in conformity with will. First, you got to know what you're trying to manifest, right, or why. It's not about what, it's about why you're doing it and how. This is why, and this is how. By making responsible decisions, by being disciplined and responsible with your resources of time, effort, energy, money, and space. And by doing the difficult things and having the vision, having the foresight. Okay. And also by experimenting, by feeling the spark of spirit inside of you, this creative impulse. Feeling the motivation, by dancing with the tiger a little bit, by taking a risk. The Five of Pentacles is a card of worry. I think your foresight is enabling you to foresee the challenges that are on your path. Because it's not an easy road. This is you trying to manifest what's in your heart. This is you trying to live the life that honors your values. And of course, it's a struggle. The Five of Pentacles to me is always a pending breakthrough. Because it may be that you're looking right in front of your face like this, and you may be seeing hardship, challenge, scarcity. It's like I'm expecting tomorrow to just be more struggle. But what this card really shows is all this golden light is starting to break through all this dark gray crust. Okay? So it's kind of like there's this golden energy that's trying to break through the wall here. And you're about to level up. You're about to hit that breakthrough. Whatever you've been working on is about to hit. It's about to come home. Your ships are coming in. The breakthrough's about to happen. And whatever worries you have, whatever problems you have, whatever scarcity is here, is going to be gone. And that golden light of prosperity and blessing is coming in. Your ship is coming in. Karmic rewards are coming in. Okay? So in the immediate future, I think you may be expecting more hardship, and that's good. I'm expecting tomorrow to be a struggle. So then when kind of expecting the worst. So when I get to tomorrow, I'm already ready to work hard already. Tomorrow's going to be different. And, so I think you have a really good attitude. We're expecting tomorrow to be more grind, okay? And that's good. And then when tomorrow's not a grind, and when tomorrow we have ease and flow and prosperity and we have a jackpot, it's going to be a very welcomed change, We're going to talk about the path of the serpent, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. Readings are totally free. They don't cost anything. Your general energy is the Knight of Swords. This is your ability to rush ahead, to leap into it. You're a very good communicator. I think that you have an ability to lead and to explain and to delegate. I almost feel like you're the one giving like the motivational speeches in life, I feel like you have a talent, or maybe it's just an opportunity or just a vibe where the things that you say are going to get people fired up, And maybe this is just your ability to make decisions without overthinking. Because see, this is the only air energy we have. This is a card that's just saying, I got an idea, let's go. Not, I got an idea, let me think about it a while. Let me see, I just don't know. We're not confused, we're not doubting, we're not second-guessing ourselves, we're leaping, we're rushing ahead. You trust in your decisions. I don't see hesitation. There's no pause here. There's no pause in this card. It's inspiration. It's higher wisdom and discernment that is like, it's sort of like transforming directly into action. This is fire and air, you know. Very active and very commanding. I feel like you're leading the charge here. Yeah. I think people listen to you. I feel like you have a way of inspiring other people. You're very direct, but you're also, I don't know, I was going to say kind, but I don't feel like kind. I feel like you're very direct in a way that people respect. It's not fear, but it's just like, I don't know, there's a clarity, I guess. Yeah, there's a very, very clear motivation. And I think that you need to be very, very direct and very to the point in your life right now. You got the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups. So it's very clear what you want. It's very clear what you think and what you value. Your beliefs and values are in line. Everything you're doing right now seems like it really comes from a very wholesome and very honest place. And you're kind of trusting that, and you just have this momentum that you're building, and just Spirit wants you to just keep going. Don't hold the horses back. Don't pause, don't hesitate, don't question your beliefs or your values, don't second guess yourself, don't doubt what's in your heart. Don't doubt the decisions that are being made through you. Don't doubt what you're giving the world. This is and you're doing it. Your heart and your mind are in a very rare alignment where they're both after the same things. They both agree. And it usually doesn't happen that way. We have the Two of Cups here, and that is reciprocity. This is your environment. This is your relationships. It's the surroundings. You're going to find a lot more cooperation in your surroundings. You're going to find that the people in your life are going to cooperate with you. The things that you're trying to do are going to be done a lot easier than you thought. You're expecting a little bit of struggle. We're going to have to work hard and push through. I think you're going to experience a lot more flow and connection than you realize. Spirit is putting the right people, places, and things on your path for you. It's your job to identify those resources or those opportunities or those connections or those people and engage them with no hesitation. This is connecting with people that resonate with you. Finding support. Gaining supporters. Gaining followers. Having relationships that feel mutually beneficial, that feel reciprocal, that feel empowering. Okay. Focusing on strengthening the bonds with the people that do support you. And even emphasizing the intimate relationships. Okay. I feel like for a lot of you, this is really passionate energy, especially with that Knight of Cups up there. It may be, it may have to do with a partner that you have. Okay. I think that there's going to be a very, very significant encounter with a particular individual. Okay. It's all good stuff. It's all reason to celebrate. Yeah. I think where you were expecting conflict or turmoil, or you were expecting it to be difficult, it's going to be easy. Okay, I'll just say that. Anyway, the Four of Wands here, completion. hitting the milestones, seeing that you have this bigger picture, let's say financially. You have this big 10-year plan for your finances. The Four of Wands is about you saying, okay, the next month, what's the plan? You got to break the big goal, you got to break them down into smaller chunks. Okay, your long-term goal consists of medium-term and short-term goals. And so you can kind of see that if you're hitting all your short-term goals, you're taking those goals off, you know, the checklist, you know that your long-term goal is coming in right on time. Okay? So I feel like that's kind of the, you know, that's what's going on here. I feel like there's been a concern about the timeline for something, that maybe you weren't sure if you were on track for something. You are, okay? And so look at the smaller goals. Look at your checklist and see how much you're actually getting done. And you'll know that you're right on, the numbers are lining up, you're right on time. This is a card of conclusions, milestones. This is the card of completions. This is the card of an effort now bringing in its reward. Okay. This is the card of a welcome home and a bon voyage. So I feel that this is celebrate the win and then get back out there and do it again. Okay. Because it's a cycle. It's a wheel, right? That's going to continue. And you're the one that's keeping this wheel going. So the more you put into this, the more you're going to get out of it. You're accomplishing goals, and then you're setting new goals, because we're going with those short-term things that are building up to the bigger picture. Okay. This card's in the position of the fear, right? Or the fear, worry, and or concern. And I think really it's kind of like the concern that things weren't happening on the right timeline or with the right deadlines, you know, kind of this fear that you weren't going to accomplish something when you needed to. And that could be what we're looking at here with the Five of Pentacles for tomorrow's energy, kind of expecting it to be not quite done. I think you're going to be very surprised. I don't know what this is, but I feel like there's been a concern for the timetable. Yeah, it's gonna get there on time. Okay, don't worry. The Ten of Wands is a card of responsibilities. It's really like we've got a lot on our plate, and this is Saturn in Sagittarius. The only way that you're going to succeed is if you maintain discipline. You have a lot of responsibilities on your plate. You can handle all of these, but you have to stay organized. You have to stay disciplined. Okay, so you get the win, celebrate it, feel good, enjoy it, get right back to it. This seems like it's also kind of representing that long-term journey, the long-term goal, okay? And it is sustainable as long as you understand how to sort of take care of yourself. Some of the pentacles here, we need to look at them as your physical health, because the Ten of Wands can be burnout. We can run out of fuel before we get to our goal. You have to be able to replenish that. That's part of your good choices. Okay? Part of your higher wisdom and discernment is knowing when to rest and when to push, when to stop and when to go. All right? So it's stop, go, stop. 4, 5, 4. And that's the way that you're able to sustain this effort over the long journey. You're able to make this really long trip because you're making good decisions every step of the way. And that's where you get this longevity or this long distance kind of thing, right? This is the bigger picture. This is the marathon. This is the long-term goal. You're splitting it up into chunks, into incremental milestones along the way. So all of this energy really is saying that, like, it is time to celebrate, okay? It's time to also consider the long term. How sustainable is this? The only reason that you can do all of this for however long you need to The only way you can sustain this high level of effort is if you make those good decisions with all of these other cards. Okay? It's time to celebrate, and then it's time to get back to work. Let's look at the mystery card. This should maybe be a 10 of Pentacles, or I could see maybe an Empress. Might be some more fire, to be honest with you. If you have a prediction, Scorpio, put it in the comments. Let's see. Oh, it's the 9. Yes, the 9 of Pentacles. It is indeed time to celebrate. The 9 of Pentacles is you live in the good life. This is a moment where you can slow down. See that little snail down there? This is, right, 5 plus 4 is the 9. You gotta make time to slow down and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Share the fruit of your labor with your person or your people. Enjoy the win, celebrate the win. This is a jackpot. But you're not done yet. There's more journey. And the 9 also is a prosperity multiplier. The 9 of Pentacles, this is somebody that doesn't have to work anymore. Their money is working for them. They're not working for their money. Their money is working for them. They don't have to work. Their money is multiplying all by itself. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe of the card. So it allows you time to do the things that you really want to do. That you can do things just based on heart value. That you can do passion projects or, meaningful things. You don't have to. And I wonder if this is kind of like your long-term, bigger picture goal is to reach a point in your life where your money is working for you, your wealth is working for you, and you don't have to do anything. That you can do just what your heart urges you to do. I feel like that's a pretty good goal to have, And I wonder if we're getting pretty close to that. I wonder, because that's the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is also a card that's saying you got to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You have to make time to celebrate your win. Okay? But it's up to you to decide if you're at that point yet, where you don't have to then go back, because we do the 4, the 5, the 4, right? Stop, go, stop. Do you have to go again? Okay? Or is this like, I don't have to work anymore. My money's working for me. That's awesome. This is cool. This is good. We're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, there's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Scorpio Mondays and Thursdays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we are all in this together.